What's going on, guys? It's your boy GS bringing you guys another online ranked match using my Jacksonville scheme. And we went ahead and decided to sprinkle in a little bit of Madden 12 on top of this. We went back to the old original style how I had in Madden 12, which is putting a fast wide receiver in the backfield. This game I selected Chicago Bears, my opponent selected the San Francisco 49ers. And to me, I'd rather have Forte as a receiver and Hester as a running back than the other way around. Forte is a great receiving running back, but he's very slow. But he has great hands, and that makes him a pretty good wide receiver. You know, I can rely on him to catch the ball. Hester has high elusiveness, great speed, and I'd rather prefer him at the running back, so that's exactly what I do. I switch him around, so in today's game, you'll see that I got Hester in my backfield. And the 49ers have a very tough defense, so, you know, I'm definitely expecting not to have that easy of an offensive game because their defense is absolutely great. But also Hester is a receiver, so he's definitely going to catch balls in the backfield as well. So right there, the timing is a little wrong on that route. Like I said, the timing has to be absolutely perfect on the man-to-man. If not, it will get picked off or batted down. But if you time it correctly, you're going to be able to pretty much get it every single time. But I mistimed it right there, and it was batted down. So 4th and 25, I'm forced to punt. I did notice that he did come through manually, like on some edge heat pressure. So, you know, I keep that in mind next time I got the ball. So his very first offensive possession, I have a very good defense myself. So, you know, I'm not looking to, you know, just lay down and play a soft defense like I usually do. You know, this defense is very aggressive, it's very good, and they're hard hitting. So I'm looking to have, you know, multiple defensive stops this game. Right there, he gets hits as he throws. You know, Julius Peppers is an absolute block shedding monster. So, you know, I'm just sitting in quarters, try to have a nice pass defense, and hope that Peppers can get in with some coverage. Right there, we end up batting it down and force him to a 4th down. So 4th and 5, instead of punting the ball, he ends up going for it, goes over to the left, but we bat it down. This is why you play special teams, and, you know, so we're looking to take advantage of that. That time we time it right, and we go to Marshall on the left. So, right here, we go back to Hester, and Hester gets a good gain right there. The dude is absolutely, you know, so quick, and this scheme can definitely be, you know, deadly with somebody that fast in your backfield. So 1st and 20, 35, whatever. 1st and 2nd forever after a sack. Right there, we had Marshall, but he ends up dropping it. One of the top receivers in the game, and he ends up dropping it. So right here, I just played smart. You know, I rushed the ball just to go ahead and get me some closer to a field goal. So we end up kicking a field goal, and we go up 3-0. And again, you know, I'm not afraid to put my defense on the field with such a defensive juggernaut like the Bears. So definitely, again, I'm looking to have multiple stops. So I'm looking for this defense to put in work for me. You see Urlacher right there on the middle back blitz right there. Right there, we get an interception. I'm sorry, son. No soup for you. We get our first turnover of the game, and that's exactly what we're looking for this defense to put pressure and force him into bad throws. Right there, we try Hester on the right, but he's blitzing on the right, and don't worry, I will pick that up a little bit later. Right there, I throw my own interception. I threw the ball way too soon, and he was manually blitzing, and that's all I needed to see. You know, now I caught on after that time right there. I caught on, okay, he's blitzing. Now I know what to look for when he tries again. That was the second time he blitzed. So now I have it, you know, I take a mental picture of how his defense is going to look. So now I'm prepared for that blitz, and now, you know, I'm already game planning on offense how I'm attack, you know, his blitzes and things like that. So now I feel like, okay, I'm all set. You know, even though we did give up a touchdown, you know, we're good. So the very next play, we end up going deep with a streak route. We had him, but he ends up dropping it. Them streaks just don't seem to work for me, but, you know, whatever. 2nd and 10 right here. We go to Marshall over on the left with the bench, and we end up getting a 1st down. So now again, I have in mind exactly what it is I want to be doing right there. Nice counter right there. I noticed that he wasn't blitzing, so we take advantage of that. Whoa, look at Hester getting jiggy with it. Do you see Hester Gangnam style getting down? Look at Hester the Gangnam style. Sexy lady. Look at my boy Hester getting it in. We got Hester doing the Gangnam style, so he's definitely pumped. And again, I don't think Forte would have been able to run off a touchdown like that. Hester's speed and acceleration with that explosiveness that he has definitely makes it easier to, you know, get home run runs such as that. So now we're looking for our defense to come through. And that's exactly what happens. Another interception. Two-piece. Our second interception of the game. And now this is exactly the position we want to be in. Right here, I notice, okay, look at that blitz. I see it coming. I see it coming this time. And what do? We do it smart. Once I notice it, okay, I know exactly where I'm going. Hike the ball real quick, check down, because I knew he was blitzing on that right side. Hester's left alone wide open, and we end up scoring another touchdown. So just like that, in the blink of an eye, we're up 10 points, 17-7. You know, now I'm getting a hang of his blitzes and where he's coming from and how he's doing it. You know, he definitely manually comes in. So as soon as I seen him do that, you know, now I'm prepared for how it's coming and when it's coming. As Frank Gore runs off, pretty great run. You know, Frank Gore, even though the Bears have a great defense, Frank Gore is an absolute stud of a runner. So eventually he is going to break loose. He's too good of a running back not to. Right there, we end up getting some heat and we end up getting a sack. 3rd and 14. He goes to the outside and he ends up getting it. And this is another mental picture that I'm taking right there. Notice on 3rd and long, he went to the out route that got him a first down. So, you know, a lot of things that, you know, you want to take advantage of remembering your opponent's tendencies on what he likes to do in certain situations. So right here, 1st and goal, he goes for a QB sneak, but he ends up fumbling and we end up recovering the ball with Urlacher. Oh man, that right there was, you know, really good defensive stop right there. And right here is really tough. I mean, right there he had the ball, but he ends up dropping it. Chicago Bears don't really got really good catch and traffic receivers. And that right there is probably the only weak point, is that they don't really hold on to the ball when getting hit hard. So we're forced to punt the ball, but, you know, again, we're putting a good defense on the field. So, you know, we're not too worried. Even if he does score, we do get, we remain the lead. So, you know, we're fine with that. Even worst case scenario, if he does end up scoring. Right there, we had him in the backfield. Well, not backfield, but we had him, you know, stopped way short of where he did get tackled. But Frank Gore just breaking tackles like the beast that he is. 3rd and 4, he goes to the left, dropped the interception. So now it's 4th down. And, of course, he's going to go for it. But this time on 4th down, he ends up going to the left and he finds somebody wide open. So, you know, good play call on his part. So he ends up moving the chains. So not too much time left. Right here, he goes over the middle and he finds a wide open receiver. And now again, this is the goal line where he's been struggling a little bit, and he's definitely been having trouble here. So right here, he goes for a run and we end up stopping him just shy of the end zone. So on the 1 yard line, 3rd and goal, what does he do? He ends up dropping back instead of running it. And look at Urlacher with the 3-piece. 3rd interception of the game. This man is making many mistakes in this game, and that's exactly what a good defense would do for you. You know, it's not like I'm calling different plays that I usually call when, you know, my opponent scores 50 on me. I'm calling the same plays, but the fact is this defense awareness is really good, so they kind of make the plays for you. So on 1st and 10, again, the defensive gameplay remains the same. You know, try to put, you know, pressure on him, try to get him to make bad throws, and hopefully he can throw into coverage. Right here, we end up reading that he came on a 5 receiver formation, and I'm sorry, son, you know it's coming. Don't test the user. He's so disrespectful. Somebody, please give that man a link to my channel. We read that all the way. I knew that he was going to the out route, and that's why you want to pay attention to your opponent's tendencies. You know, he had that same kind of formation, and I knew exactly where he was going, so we undercut that. So now we're in great position to go ahead and get another touchdown right here. 3rd and 2, we end up looking, we go over to the left, and we get the first down with Knox. And right here, we end up scoring with, no, not right there, but right here, we call a no huddle, and now we end up scoring with a check down to Forte, and we end up scoring a touchdown. So we go 24-7, and the 49ers have, you know, one of the best, if not the best defenses in the game. They're one of the same teams that, you know, all you got to do is pick a simple play, and the defense, the computer awareness kind of just does everything for you. So for me to go ahead and, you know, put up good yardage on the 49ers just lets me know that this scheme again is really effective. I've been doing really good since I've been using it, you know, winning with every team I've been playing with so far. And right here again, he's back in the red zone. This is where he kind of struggled right here. So right here on 3rd and 8, he's looking, he's rolling outside the pocket, he throws his incomplete. So on 4th down, to my surprise, he ends up doing a smart thing. He ends up kicking a field goal, you know, make it a 2-possession game. Just put any points on the board that he can right now, because he has been struggling in that area. Ends up going for an onside kick. It was loose for a little bit, but we end up recovering it. So now we're back on offense, and I feel like one more touchdown could put this game away. And right here we drop back, but we get hit as we attempted to throw. Right here we go with Hester and don't get too much, but we get a couple yards right there. So on 3rd and 8, we're looking to obviously move the chains. We want to take control of the ball. That's exactly what happens. We call the bench play, and Marshall is left wide open. So we score again. Now we're up 31-10. And at this point, I feel like, game is over. He's struggling offensively. We're doing really, really, really good offensively. So it definitely makes this for a not so fun game for him. But a little later on in the game, which is around this point, he starts getting it together a little bit. And he starts making better throws, and he starts moving the ball a little bit. But at this point, I feel like it's already too late. It's already too late for him to go ahead and try to get anything going, because I've already got such a wide gap in score. I'm up 21, and fourth quarter is coming very shortly. So that's basically how I win majority of my games. Again, I don't win by stopping you or shutting you down. I win by you making your mistakes and me hopefully continue to be very good on offense, and that's how I win most of my games. Right there, he called the blitz right there, so I ran right into it. Good call by him. 2nd and 13, we're looking, and we go again. Another receiver dropping the ball, even though he had it in his hands. So 3rd and 13, we make a bad read right there. I should have went on the lower side, but I went up top and he gets batted down. So we end up punting him the ball. And again, at this point, he is one score away from making this a one-possession game. But, I'm not too worried, with my defense. His offense really isn't surprising me. He's not doing anything too spectacular on offense that I'm really worried about. And, just not to mention, whenever I have a defense such as the Bears, Ravens, Packers, 49ers, just really good, strong defensive teams, I always feel good about putting my defense on the field, because I feel like the offense, sooner or later, they're going to make a mistake. Just so happens that my opponent made several mistakes this game. But, at this point, as you see, call the screen, we end up stopping it right there. And we're headed to the fourth quarter here. And, again, he really needs to score. One score gets him back in this ball game where anything can happen. Right there was a good call by him on the out. He ends up finding Vernon Davis. And he's been going to Davis a lot, and he's definitely using, his weapons, but he's making a lot of bad reads, which is why we have, several picks. He's just throwing it into coverage way too much. And right there, we go to the left, and we end up stopping him. So I felt like he needed a touchdown right there. Really don't know why. To me, a field goal doesn't help him at that point, but he ends up taking it anyways. A field goal still remains a two-possession game. On top of giving me the ball and knowing I've been pretty much doing really, really good on offense, but that's the chance he decides to take. Right here, we figured he was going to be prepared for the run, so we try to sneak a couple passes on him. Right there, quick check down to Hester, and he's been leaving that, open a lot. He's sending a lot of blitzes, a lot of edge heat, and that check down is just being left open way too much. Hester got hurt, so we slip in Knox there, and we end up just doing a nice check down again. We're taking advantage of his play calling. He's sending edge heat, leaving the line, the running back open. So again, we're taking advantage of that. Right here on 3rd down and 8, we look, and this time Bennett finally holds on to the ball, and he ends up getting us a first down where we eventually end up scoring with Matthew Forte. And that's the end of the game right here, and he ends up sending a concede, and we end up winning pretty well handedly. That's the end of the game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you guys don't already. It's your boy GS bringing you guys high level of entertainment on hopefully an everyday level. And that's it. I'm out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.